What's going on, natural lovers? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Shauna if you are new here. And before I get into the video, remember to like up the video, share the video dim, below the comment section, and remember to turn on your post notification bell so you will be the first to be notified whenever I drop a new video. Alright, natural lovers, so today, based on the title down below, I am going to be, giving you guys a little tip here and there. Yeah, the do's and don'ts when it comes on to starter locks. Yes, some of the information that I'll be sharing with you guys are based on experience and also are based on research, because I am this type of person. Yeah, I love to research and dig and find out things for myself so that I can learn something and share it with you guys. Alright, so let's go. First thing first, I must say that starter locks, based on my experience, can be very, very delicate. Yes, they can. So for persons who get their starter locks installed for free, and for person who pays for their starter locks, and have to sit in the salon chair for hours, several hours, you want to ensure that they grow well to maturity. So today I have 5 things that you should do once you have installed your starter locks. All right, so number 1, you need to protect your starter locks when sleeping, right? And what does that mean is you need to cover your starter locks when you're sleeping, right? So some of the things that you can use to protect your starter locks or to cover your starter locks when you're sleeping would include a do-rod. You can use a bonnet. You can also use a silk scarf, right? Yeah, right. So the reason for wearing any one out of the 3, what it does, it helps to retain moisture. Another reason why you want to protect your starter locks when sleeping also helps to prevent your hair from breaking off. When we are asleep, we tend to toss and turn in bed, right? And the final reason for protecting your starter locks when asleep is it reduces the chances of your starter locks collecting lint from your blanket. And we all know that lint can be annoying and it is very difficult to get out of our hair, right? And we don't want that. So to prevent all of that, cover your hair, protect your hair when you're sleeping. All right, so moving on to number 2. So while other products are great for the hair, when it comes on to starter lock, use light oils on your scalp. Okay, a reason for going light with oils on your scalp, what this does, it reduces the chances of product build up. So we want to avoid product from building up on our starter locks, right? And some of the oils that you can use on your starter lock scalps would include like grapeseed oil, peppermint oil, and jojoba oil. I'm gonna write jojoba. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's spelled Jojoba, jojoba oil. Yeah, so those are some of the oils that you can buy to put on your starter locks scalp, right? All right, moving on to number 3. Protect your hair when washing. So you need to protect your hair when you're washing your starter locks. So a lot of person may ask the question, how can I protect my starter locks when I'm ready to wash my hair? So you can use a mesh cap, and I'm gonna be putting a picture right here so you guys can see what a mesh cap looks like for those who don't know, right? You can also use elastic bands as well. Mesh cap and the elastic rubber bands, right? These act as a protective measure, and what it does, it prevents your starter locks from unraveling, right? And we don't want that, right? So those are some of the things that you can use to protect your starter locks when it comes on to your wash day. And moving on to number 4, protect the roots of your starter locks. So when starter locks are young, right, they will be looking for a direction to grow towards. So it is therefore important for you, or for anyone who is doing your hair, to separate your roots casually. That's important, very, very important. So separating the roots, what it does, it helps starter locks get direction as they grow out and avoids tagging and pulling when you are having your starter locks retwist. You need to protect the roots of your starter locks. All right, for a person who may be considering to lock their hair, these are some really important things that you need to keep in mind. All right, moving on to the final things that you should do when you install your starter locks. So number 5 is style your starter locks gently, not too tight. Okay, not too tight, but style your starter locks gently. According to professional locticians, so I'm going to be reading something from my device, my phone. It says, styling your starter locks gently. Locticians recommend styling your starter locks as this helps prevent you from touching them, and they also keep your locks intact and separate. So maintaining your starter locks, what it does, it makes it easier when it comes on to styling, right? So it is important that you maintain your starter locks, right? What I get to understand is that you should not style your locks if your hair is short and cannot be held together. For persons who are thinking about doing starter locks, you want to avoid tight styling as it can be unhealthy for the scalp and your hair. So those are the 5 things that you should do when you install your starter locks. All right, so now we are going to be moving on to 7 things that you should not do when you install your starter locks. So let's get into it. All right, so number 1, things that you should not do when you install your starter locks. Do not wash your starter locks frequently. Want to hear me, people? Do not wash your starter locks frequently. Washing your starter locks frequently, what it can do is that it decreases the speed at which your hair would lock towards naturally. It also denies your hair the opportunity to thrive in the natural oils they would produce, which benefits your hair. Number 2, don't retwist your hair too soon, right? So you persons who have done starter locks, you need to wait at least 1 month before considering to retwist your hair. Okay, what will happen is that it will reduce the chances your locks becoming thick and locking together as they should. If you retwist your hair or retighten your hair too soon, it will make your starter locks become weaker and prone to breaking, and we don't want that. All right, moving on to number 3, don't style your hair tightly. After doing your starter locks, your scalp and your hair will be adjusting to a new hairstyle, and therefore there is some tension that's gonna happen. Adds more tension to your scalp, and this is not healthy at all. What can happen too is that it can also cause damage. All right, so moving on to number 4, do not use heavy products on your starter locks. Want to hear me? Do not use heavy products on your starter locks, right? Locks are better when they're lighter, fluffier, and you can freely move them around, right? When you use heavy products on your starter lock, what happens is that they build up on your hair. Heavy products, right? These would include like the beeswax is one, coconut oil as well, and I get to understand that olive oil is also classified as a heavy product. Number 5, don't go without moisturizing at all. Not because your hair is locked doesn't mean that your hair mustn't be moisturized. It does. In order for your hair to be nourished, grow healthy, alright? Go light and consistent with moisturizing, okay? Alright, so we're moving on to number 6. Too long without retwisting your starter locks, right? Even though I mentioned about don't retwist your hair too soon, but also staying too long without retwisting will hurt your lock. I said it, yes, it will. All about balance. This is what will happen. Staying too long to retwist your starter lock, especially shorter locks, at the risk of unraveling. The roots may also begin to combine, and it will be more difficult separating when you eventually decided to retwist. So it's, as I said before, it's all about balance. It's all about balance. Alright, so we're going on to the final one, which is number 7. Don't expect your locks to look like someone else. To me, the way how locks grow and mature is so unique to everyone, and I almost compare it to uniqueness of fingerprint. Persons who are thinking of locking their hair, do not expect your locks to look like someone else. You will end up being disappointed. Just follow the do's and the don'ts and you'll be good. It was really great sitting down here with you, you know, giving you some tips on how to maintain your locks, your starter locks. I hope persons who are thinking about getting their hair locked, you know, to follow these do's and don'ts. It's very important. Before I go, I just want to say a very special thanks to each and every one of you who have been treading the journey with me from day one until now. I really appreciate you guys and big up on yourself every time. Before I go, just want to remind you guys to like up the video them, share up the video them, tell a friend to tell a friend, auntie to tell a auntie, uncle to tell a uncle, cousin to tell a cousin, share up the video. And remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Blow up the comment section and remember to turn on your post notification bell.